Once upon a time, in China, there was a wise old teacher and a young student. And the student came to see the master, and the master had a pitcher, and he had 2 cups. He asked the student, "Would you like some tea?" And the student said, "Yes, master." He picked up the pitcher, and he poured. There was no tea in the kettle or the teapot. So he looked at the student. The student said, "Well, I saw you go through the motions, but there was no tea in the pot. Should I go and get some tea?" He said, "No. You cannot give what you do not have." Jesus says to his disciples, "How much do you have?" They think they have nothing. But Jesus says, "What do you have?" And so they come back and they say, "Well, we've got 5 loaves and 2 fish. But that's never going to feed 5,000 men, which, by the way, they counted men, they didn't count women. So if they say there were 5,000 men, there were a lot more people there. So what good is this? They felt overwhelmed. They thought that they were empty. But Jesus takes that little bit that he has and he unites it in the Eucharist. That's what this is. Jesus takes the bread and he says the blessing. And then he breaks the bread and gives it to them to go out and to give to people. And the little bit that they had, when it is united in the Eucharist, is enough for everyone. Just so that we get the order straight, God doesn't wait for us to have something to give to him. What I said was the apostles thought that they had nothing. They already had food. St. John, in our first reading, he says, "Beloved, let us love one another because for love is of God." And then he explains what love is. He says, "In this is love. Not that we have loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as expiation for our sins." So God loved us first. The love that we have, or the love that we show, that's simply using what God has given to us. So you might not think that you have anything to give. You might say, "Oh, I can't love this person because I don't feel love for this person." Or I can't love this person because they don't seem lovable, which really means that I don't have a capacity to love them. So I think that I'm empty. But if we can try to love other people, we're like the disciples who bring to Jesus their measly 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he transforms that. So whatever we can bring to the table of the Lord, he will multiply it so that we will have enough for every interaction that we have, for every person that we need to pray for every person that we need to forgive or have mercy for. God takes whatever little bit that we have, which is already a gift from him, and he fills us with that to overflowing so we can bring that to the world.